guest is an Academy Award winner. He's directed such films as Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and Kill Bills Volumes 1 and 2. His latest film, Grindhouse, opens Friday, and you have to see it. Please welcome Quentin Tarantino. That must be,
Yeah, somebody out there was doing that.
First of all, I love the Reservoir Dogs look. That's great. You can just you can put this on whenever and just go out.
Yeah, no, exactly. But everybody looks good in a black suit.
Yeah, black suit, black tie, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
So much to talk about. First of all, Grindhouse, you did this with Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, it's a double feature.
Double feature, and there's so many things that I want to ask about because it's quite unusual, but you guys do not disappoint with this at all. And one of the things that you do in the film that you've done many times before is you like to surround yourself clearly with beautiful women. You have Rose McGowan. Yeah. You have Rosario Dawson, and I thought it must have been a lot of fun on the set to be around these fantastically beautiful women. There's a lot of other women involved. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, was it a lot of fun? All right, actually, I even remember rehearsal was like, I'm going to have more fun on this movie than all the other movies put together.
Right.
But there was actually, it was one of the things that was kind of funny is we were shooting in Austin, Texas, and there's that's a big roller derby town, actually, because they got a lot of female roller derby, the TXRD out there, bank track. I'm all about the bank track. Anyway, got to know these girls a little bit, and they taught me about a little thing I'd never heard of before called Irish car bombs.
Irish car bombs.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Now, I'm talking to the Irish guy. Do you know what an Irish car bomb is?
I know. I do not know what an Irish car bomb is. Okay. I knew what it used to mean, but I don't know the new connotation.
Yeah, outside of Belfast.
Yeah, in the 70s in Belfast. Give me an Irish car bomb. What is the? It's a drink, I'm guessing.
What an Irish car bomb is?
I love guessing it's a drink.
Yes, exactly.
Irish blank. Yeah, drink, right? Yes.
An Irish car bomb is a pint and beer glass filled up to 3/4 with Guinness.
Yes.
And then you have a shot glass, half of it with Jameson whiskey, the other half Bailey's Irish cream. And what you do is you drop in the shot glass into the beer, and then you drink it as fast as you can before the Bailey's curdles.
Which would be pretty quickly,
Which is pretty damn quick, actually, to tell you the truth. And, I mean, like, there's no, you've got to, like, gulp and drink and
there's no time to not swallow the shot glass, pretty much. You have to just ingest the whole thing immediately.
And by the way, I can't say what it looks like if you don't drink it soon enough.
I can imagine,
But you can imagine, and it's like a show going on in the glass. It's bad.
Right.
Anyway, I get the idea that since I've been taught this new wonderful groovy thing, that I'm acting in the bar scene of my movie, I'm gonna do an Irish car bomb on camera, and I'm gonna do it with the other roller derby girls.
Right.
And so the camera's gonna do a whole big 360 as we all do an Irish car bomb.
It's one of those cool shots where you just go around. There's no edit. You go,
exactly. Just going around as we're all like, drop it in and
Right.
So the thing about it is, like, you can't fake that. I mean, it's disgusting enough when it has the real booze in there. You can't substitute it for anything else.
Right.
So it's like the last shot of the day, and I'm like, okay, well, if we all get a little messed up, what's the last shot of the day? Who cares? And it'll all be all good. So I'm telling everybody, I'm like, oh, God, you can't be messing up. I don't have to do this again and again and again. All right. So we do one take. Well, that wasn't bad. Let's go for another one. All right. So we go for another one. Another one. We do 3 of them, and now we're feeling pretty good.
Right.
Me and all the roller girls, we're feeling pretty darn good, all right?
And here's where your decision-making process might be slightly impaired.
Maybe just a little bit, but again, like I said, it's that last thing of the day.
It looks pretty good to us, right?
Yeah.
No!
It's not good enough.
Again, yeah.
So we get it on the 5th one.
5th one.
All right, but then, so we were wrapped for that night, and I was like, you know what, that's just not right. It seems like this bad karma to end on an odd number. Now the cameras are off. Let's just do one more, make it nice and even.
Sure.
So we did this, me and the roller girls, we did the 6th one. And then we kind of went and partied on the camera truck. Well, it was a disaster for the rest of the night.
You partied on the camera truck,
partied on the camera truck, or camered on the party truck.
Yeah.
And one of the girls threw up in the camera truck.
Yeah.
Another one of the girls, Punky Bruiser, fell off the camera truck.
That's her real name, by the way.
Yeah, that's her real name. Fell off the camera truck. I was holding her hair in the alley while she was throwing up. And then another girl, who was a bartender named Wendy, at a punk rock bar called Headhunters there,
right.
full of tattoos.
Right.
Okay, the transportation people had her in a van. They were going to drive her home. She threw up in the van and was so out of it, they actually had to search her to find out where she lived. And they found her parents' address. So at 4 in the morning, they're knocking on her parents' house saying, "Does this belong to you?"
That's not where she wants to be at that time. Yeah. Yes, that's ours, yes. All right, we have to take a break. We have so much more to talk about. More with Quentin Tarantino in just a second. Stick around. We're back. I'm here with Quentin Tarantino. We're talking about how you surround yourself with beautiful women, and one thing I've noticed is that you write very well for women. Your dialogue for women is very good. You've been very successful at making them, tough, believable action heroes.
Oh,
what's the secret, you think, for writing for women?
Well, not to be facetious. I mean, the thing is, but I'm a good writer.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
but you know what's interesting? But you know what's interesting is that's clearly been established. But I think a lot of people who are good writers have trouble writing for the opposite sex.
Well, part of me just doesn't quite understand that because I mean, if you can only write about yourself, then you must not have that much imagination. It's kind of a writer's job to listen to people and hear people talk. Right. But I do have a little bit of an edge. I have a lot of female friends. I just feel comfortable around the camaraderie of females and everything. I just noticed, for instance, Robert Rodriguez is one of my best friends. But I don't hang out with a group of guys when I'm with him. It's me and him. Right. All right. Any other of my male friends that I really like, it's like me and them, and that's it. But with girls, I do have a tendency to hang out with these 3 girls over here and those 4 girls over there. And then I'm just kind of part of, I'm just one of them, and we're all just hanging out.
So you think at a certain point they get so comfortable around you that if they are putting on talking differently around men, they forget and they talk normally around you?
Completely. And if there's one big thing that I have noticed, all right, that I probably wasn't aware of before, was just the fact that, if you're a gentleman and you go out and you have a date, you don't call up all your guys and say, hey, I scored with her. Well, what happened? Well, I did this, and I did this, and I did that, and I did this. All right? That would be rude. The gentleman doesn't talk, all right? Girls don't have that problem at all.
Yeah.
I mean, not at all.
Right.
All right? I mean, if, 3 girls know that one of their girls is going out with whoever, all right, they are on the phone with them. Literally, if they think the date's going to be over at 2, they're on the phone with them at 2. If not, they better be calling them by 10:30, and they're like, how big was he? What's how much money did he spend? What did he wear? What is he like? Is he this? Is he that? Has he good kisser? They want all the information, all the details.
My wife calls you a lot, doesn't she? It's horrified. He's coming, I gotta go. Honey, why are you crying? But that's great. It's obviously worked very, very well for you.
Yeah. It's actually been really nice actually hanging around in their company and just black girls and white girls and just having all their different heads, having all their different voices running around my head. We
have a clip here, which I think this clip features Rose McGowan. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's Rose McGowan and Kurt Russell. It's the one I'm thinking about. It's the one where he's been talking about the fact that he has a death-proof car, that you can't get hurt if you're in this car. In fact, he even says the line that I could drive this baby into a brick wall at 120 miles an hour just for the experience.
Right.
But there is a caveat to that, and you'll find out about that now.
Let's take a look at this clip from Grindhouse.
If you just stop right now, and let me out, I'll never tell anybody.
Hey, damn! Remember when I said this car was death-proof? Well, that wasn't a lie. This car is 100% death-proof. Only to get the benefit of it, honey, you really need to be sitting in my seat.
Kurt Russell, too.
Snake
God bless.
Plissken is back.
He is back. And badder than ever.
Thank you.
Grindhouse opens this Friday, and I think you'll be going to see it. Quentin Tarantino, always a pleasure. Thank you so much, sir. Jesse L. Martin coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.